tired of all the boys thinking you're a freak?
Yeah, but Dad says...
I don't care what he says.
He might hear you.
He's going to anyway. Knee-high socks! No wonder we never get asked anywhere. No boy would dare be seen with us. The way it looks, I'll be the only person to go through Montclair High without once being asked to a dance. Whenever the telephone rings, it's just some girl.
A boy called yesterday. He wanted my notes on the second period war. You'd think it would impress fellows. I mean, knowing things like the touch system, Morse code. But it doesn't matter at all.
Exactly. So I bought some things. Some up-to-date things like other girls wear. They look absolutely groovy.
Careful, he might walk in any minute.
Let him. I'm not a sneak.
What'd you get?
Mini skirts and fishnet stockings.
Fishnet stockings? But when Dad sees...
And they're right here in this package, and I'm going to wear them, and I'm going to be asked to lots of dances, and so many boys will want to dance with me. And I'll be a really popular girl.
And if he lets you wear them, God will let me wear them too. And me. And if you start going to dances, and we'll be able to go too. Oh my gosh. And we can compare our different boyfriends and talk over our notes and...
Why can't you just try
And it's Dad, kind of quick.
Efficiency, that's all I ever hear.
Well, if you would just try a little motion study.
Motion study is fine so long as it's someone else's motions you're studying. You'd better get along with the dinner, Mrs. Fitzgerald. My husband told you he would take care of it. Lincoln freed the slaves, all but one. All but one.
We'll handle this the same way we do in a factory.
It isn't exactly the same.
It's exactly what works in a factory will
Yes,
work
dear.
in the home.
Yes, Daddy?
What's going on, Dad?
What is it, Dad?
12 seconds. Well, I have a wonderful surprise for you tonight. A wonderful new idea.
Is it fun, Daddy? What is it, Dad? Tell us.
Well, we're going to form a family council. And your mother is no longer going to run this household, and neither am I.
Then who is?
You are! Calm down. All of you. Why, we're going to start a democratic family council. Everyone votes. Why, you'll answer the questions that come up, and you'll decide things for yourselves.
Yeah, but what kind of assignments, Dad?
Well, you know how in a factory I have them set up boards between the employers and the employees, and they make assignments according to their personal aptitudes. And what we're going to decide is, well, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then work assignments.
No, serious.
Oh, come on now, you're going to love this, and it's a great step forward for the Gilbert family. Why? We'll go into session right now. Frank, get a chair for your mother. Children, arrange yourselves. And we'll get right down to the business at hand.
Martha, why are we
We're going into... That means quiet! Thank you. Okay, now we'll get right down to the business at hand of how we're going to apportion the work around here.
Mr. Chairman,
You are out of order.
I think that since this is a democratic council, the chairman should represent the common people.
Yes, but the chair has the floor, and you are out of order.
But you said you heard no objections, and I would like to object.
You are out of order. Sit down. Now, with our democratic council, we are going to decide how we're going to apportion the work. Now, if there's no objections, everyone must speak. Everyone has a suggestion I want to hear.
I don't think anyone wants to apportion the work or otherwise have anything to do with it in any way, shape, or form.
Well, fellow council members, we can't have that. Why, we need to apportion the work. Now, the chair recognizes Danielle. Come along, Danielle. chair no longer recognizes you. Sit down. The chair will recognize Bill. What's your suggestion?
I think Thomas Fitzgerald have enough to do. What? So I think we should hire more people to help with the work. Oh, that makes sense.
The chair no longer recognizes you. Sit down. Boss, what are we going to do?
Well, of course, we could hire more help.
Yeah. Really?
But then, of course, we have to cut back in other areas like allowances.
No, I don't think
Do I hear a motion to that effect?
No.
Why, we'll stop allowances, we'll stop movies.
No.
Seriously. We'll all have to help.
I move the boys cut the grass and rake the leaves.
And I move the girls dust, sweep, and do the summer dishes.
And everyone makes his own bed,
Except the chairman.
except the chairman.
I second that motion. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passed. Now that we've taken care of that business,
Mr. Chairman, I understand the purchase of a new rug is intended.
It is.
Can the budget afford such a rug?
well, I don't know. He has a good point, boys.
Well, I plan to spend $150.
I move no more than $125 be spent.
Fine, Jingo, I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, well, that's
Mr.
it.
Chairman, I move we spend the $25 we just saved to buy a puppy.
No.
But Daddy, a dog would be a pet. Everyone could pet him, and I would be his master.
The dog would sleep at the foot of my bed, and I would wash him when he was dirty.
A dog would be an accursed nuisance, and no one would ever wash his flea-bitten carcass. And he would be our masters, and for sure he'd sleep at the bottom of my bed.
Let's vote.
No, the meeting is adjourned. Adjourned. No. Any head that doesn't like eggs is an extravagant. No!
All those in favor? Aye!
Looks like you lost that one, boss.
I think this council is a very good idea. There's lots of things we should take up.
Yes. The next thing you'll want to talk about is ponies and trips to Hawaii and sports cars and fishnet stockings.
Mr. Chairman,
What is it?
there is still further business I wish to place before the council.
And it's important.
I'll show you. I want the entire family to see. I'm not hiding a thing.
Shall I go get the babies?
Be serious.
Well, what is it?
To begin with, this mini skirt, I'm going to wear it.
Oh, no. Put that away. It embarrasses me just to look at it.
But there's only one other girl in school besides us who doesn't wear a mini skirt. And if you don't believe us, just come to school and see for yourself.
That won't be
There's
necessary.
one other sensible girl besides you in school.
But she doesn't even wear a mini skirt. And if you don't believe us, just come to school.
It still will not be necessary.
They're getting boy crazy, Dad.
That's all they talk about.
You should see them eyeing the boys in the hall at school or in the lunchroom.
You little creep, shame on you.
You might as well know, it isn't just a mini skirt. I bought fishnet stockings.
Oh, no. Well, you might as well go around bare-legged as to wear them. Why, you can see right through them.
Now you know.
Why? You don't know what might happen you go around wearing those things.
What?
Never you mind.
But that's the way everybody dresses today.
Boys don't notice when everyone dresses that way.
Don't tell me about what boys notice. I know what boys
You
notice.
don't want us to be wallflowers.
I'd rather raise wallflowers than clinging vines.
Well, I will not be a wallflower any longer. I'm going to wear these.
And I'm going to buy fishnet stockings too. And me.
And I won't